You know, people still aren't getting it. They, they just aren't. People are, praising the people, or not the people, the politicians for this. Now, should that happen? It should, but it's throwing you a bone. I, it's throwing you a bone because, unfortunately, the American people didn't recognize how Congress is actively pursuing banning free speech. You want to stand up for gun rights, but you don't want to stand up for free speech. Is that it? Because you're going to buy into what the mainstream media, all the media is saying, that China's coming to get us, that the Chinese owned app is it's a threat to everyone. Are you kidding me? They're making, this kind of stuff, the media, they just love laughing their asses that the American people are buying this bullshit. Anybody who's watched any of my videos, like on YouTube, from when I first started, knows about the blacklisted cameras. And I, too, at the beginning thought this is the Chinese threat because I recognized them from seeing videos, documentaries on China. At this point, it really makes me wonder why China is under that surveillance system. Is it maybe because of the establishment themselves? Because, see, if China was this threat that the Blaze and every media under the sun wants to make China out to be, if they truly are the threat, then after all the months that I contacted Department of Justice and FBI and the Blaze and all of these media people, months and months and months, every week, 3 to 4 times a week, emailing these people, then somebody would have gotten back to me if it was that serious, because that's stealing data. They are capable of facial recognition, even in a mask, all of that. They didn't get back to me. They didn't. And after 6, 7 months of emailing them 3 or 4 times a week, even calling them, and you can't put this together. The people can't put this together. I guess maybe not. So the threat isn't China. Did they buy these cameras from some Chinese company? Sure they did. Sure they did. But the true threat is these people that you trust, okay? They're on board with the World Economic Forum because long before the whole Agenda 2030, they've been doing the bidding for them anyway. They keep everybody in a box, that there's all these enemies outside the country and they want to take our freedoms, while our own government is the ones that are doing it. Oh, God, it just blows me away that people, and then people like praise this and think, oh, good, we have people doing stuff for us. Yeah, they have to make it seem like they're doing something, I suppose, while they outright are showing that they are violating our Constitution. You don't even know if TikTok's owned by a Chinese company. The media says so. Okay, sure. The FBI did not get back to me, or the Department of Justice, because they wanted those cameras there. And why would they do that? Because they are on board with that 2030 agenda. Yes, they are. Now, they will grandstand and do all their carrying on about caring about your rights, but when it really push comes to shove, they do not care about your rights. The Blaze proved that. Glenn Beck proved that. We permanently delete, as if he's standing on some moral high ground. Forget it. You're standing on the Bill of Rights and trampling all over it, just like the people in Washington. If they were truly worried about the China of TikTok, which that's not what they're worried about, then they would have gotten back to me about those cameras. It's not like it's just one location. Do you know how many hospitals Northwestern has? So was Northwestern strong-armed into putting those cameras in? I don't necessarily think that. Because I think they went along with an agenda regardless, but they probably were totally more comfortable going along with that agenda because they knew our FBI and DOJ were the ones behind the agenda, and they too were with the Agenda 2030. So if they were with the Agenda 2030 back then, don't you think they still are? And that everybody, including the Blaze, Fox News, CNN, that they're just still doing the bidding for that? Because that's who pays their paycheck. It's all your Vanguard and BlackRock. They own them. It's like just not wanting to wake up, wanting to still believe whatever the media says. Or I shouldn't say that. It's not being able to discern properly, I suppose. I would say that. Because, yes, there's some truth, they say. But the fact is that all the while that people want to praise this kind of stuff, and not that this shouldn't happen, but this just makes you think, oh, there's people on my side. If they want to trample all over constitutional rights, especially the first one, being free speech, then, yeah, they'll give you this. They'll throw you this bone, and then they'll just take it back. They will. They'll find some reason down the road. No, in this instance, we have to have government and healthcare control your life, and this is a different pandemic than before. That's what they'll do. Because these are the same damn people that are willing to throw away the Bill of Rights when it serves them. Maybe some people don't want to wake up, you know? Like I've seen some people say, well, no, you're addicted because you're on TikTok. No, Facebook had people addicted long ago, and I haven't been on that for over 10 years. I haven't been on social media till 2020. It's not about that. It's the fact that it's the only avenue we have to speak up. So when everybody says, why isn't somebody doing something? There's a ton of fucking people doing stuff. Sorry. There's a ton of people doing stuff. They're speaking up. Can't just go to war. Look at what happened on January 6th. I mean, these people don't care about protests and all that. They don't. They don't care about that stuff. They don't. But what they do care about is the very thing they're going after is TikTok. Because it is an avenue of free speech. As I said, for whatever reason. And Facebook and YouTube and Twitter and Instagram have you so locked down. I mean, I haven't been on Twitter since Elon Musk, so maybe it's different. I don't know. It doesn't matter. They've all been the same. They keep you so suppressed that your voice is never even heard or seen. And so what do the American people believe? Even the ones that, what, you just believe, you don't believe the average American citizens, you believe the same people that Trump said were fake news. Yeah, because what? Because of what? These are the same people that, called the election and everything in 2020. So you want to trust all of them, right? You don't think they'll throw you this bone and then, a couple of years down the road, because don't think they're not on board with the World Economic Forum. If they weren't, they would have been speaking loudly about the 2020, what happened. Not just that, they would have been speaking the truth long ago. And most importantly, they wouldn't be the people that are trying to carry on still to this day about this Chinese threat and the app of TikTok. Quite frankly, they would be honest, and they're not. Boy, oh boy, the Americans, I don't know what it takes. If you want to keep taking the bone, then you'll be continually taken for a ride.